Sway Health.
Hi, I'm Brittany Quimby, Vice President of Marketing for Sway Health, and I'm here today with Erin Burnett, CEO of Wheelhouse DMG. Welcome, Erin. Thanks for being here.
Thanks very much for having me.
Erin, I'm so happy that you're here with us today. I'm excited to learn more about how you and your team can help our attendees of our upcoming Sway Health Live conference in April, as well as our listeners who are, listening in. So let's get right to it. Can you tell me a little bit more about what Wheelhouse DMG does and what it solves for its clients?
Sure. We provide performance marketing for privacy-first industries. We have a really strong concentration on healthcare and med tech. We have a long history in these industries and in focusing on privacy-first digital marketing. In fact, we've been working with some of the largest and most complex healthcare providers, health insurers, and medical device manufacturers since 2012. Sort of a fun fact as well, we've also worked with NASA for the last 6 years. In terms of the kinds of problems that we solve for our clients, we routinely unlock performance by solving our clients' toughest digital challenges. So we're brought in to solve the thorny issues that maybe others weren't able to solve. That might mean developing and implementing HIPAA-compliant data solutions, so complex analytics that enable a healthcare system, for example, to reactivate and dramatically expand their digital advertising in a manner that is compliant with increasingly stringent privacy regulations. It might mean a really complex, scaled enterprise content strategy across an ecosystem of websites. It might mean technical optimization for both search engines and increasingly for AI. Or it might mean bringing together all of a client's data for the first time in our HIPAA-compliant data warehouse so that we can see the entire user journey. We can bring together first-party data, platform data, analytics data, and offline data so that we can now visualize and optimize for the entire patient journey, the entire prospect journey, the entire user journey in a manner that unlocks insights for our digital advertising strategists and our organic strategists.
Wow, that's some pretty awesome stuff. And I'm sure you probably have some, interesting stories about NASA too.
We do. NASA is the only client we've had where we can say that we increased search volume by 1 billion. It's the only
Wow.
billion stat that we have.
Billion with a B.
Billion with a B. I won't do the pinky, but we sometimes do when no one's around.
I love that. Well, so, Erin, Wheelhouse DMG is a platinum sponsor for our upcoming conference, as I said, in San Diego in, under a month. Maybe you can kind of tell us where attendees can find you at the event.
Well, so they'll find us just roaming the halls and in the conference sessions. They'll be able to identify us because we will all have very distinctive on-brand tennis shoes. And I'll give you a picture of those tennis shoes to share so that folks know what to look for.
That's awesome. I love that. Especially, going to a conference, having, good, comfortable tennis shoes is always key, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Well, Erin, thank you so much for being here with us today. It's this conference only happens with sponsors like yourself, so we do appreciate that. And I'm sure our attendees and our listeners are looking forward to hearing more about you and kind of what you guys do at the event. So thank you so much, and we'll see you in less than a month.
Thanks. Looking forward to it.